Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Today is Murli from Sweet Bab Dada. Baba is telling sweet children, we have personally come in front of the mother and father to receive limitless happiness. The father removes you from immense sorrow and takes you into the immense happiness. Question is, only the one father stay in reserve. Reserve means he don't come into the cycle and does not take rebirth. Why? If he also take rebirth, then who will save us? So because there has to be someone who can make you Satopradhan from Tamopradhan. If father too were to take rebirth, who would make you beautiful from ugly? This is why father says stays in reserve. Question is, why are the deities constantly happy? Because they are pure, and because of their purity, their activities were reformed. Because when we become pure, we automatically won't do wrong things. So their activities were reformed. Where there is purity, there is peace and happiness. The main thing is purity. Om Shanti, the spiritual father, explains to you, sweetest, long lost, and now fond children. He is the father and also mother and father. He is the father and also mother and father. You used to sing, you are the mother and father, and we are your children. Everyone continues to call out. Whom do they call out to? To the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. However, they don't understand which immense happiness they received through His mercy or when they received it. They don't even understand what that immense happiness refers to. You are now sitting here in front of Him, and you know how much immense sorrow there is. This is a land of sorrow, whereas that is the land of happiness. It does not enter anyone's intellect that they were very happy for 21 births when they were in heaven. You did not experience this previously, but now we can understand, right? Before we never experienced, we could not imagine that we were happy for 21 births. But you now understand that you are sitting in front of Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, Mother and Father, from where this light might we feel, this peace. Obviously, we are in front of Supreme Father. Whether we will do yoga with any of this world people or soul, we'll get this. So we are unable to understand, feel, and know that we are in front of Supreme Soul. You know that you come here to claim sovereignty of heaven for 21 births. You now know that the Father, and you have also come to understand the whole world cycle from the Father. One second. So you now know that Father, you have come to understand the whole cycle from the Father. Previously, we had immense happiness, then we had sorrow. This remains in the intellect of each one of you number wise. You students should always remember this. But Baba says that you repeatedly forget this, and this is why you wilt. We forget, then we get wilted, like the plant touch me not. Your stage become like that of touch me not plant. Maya attacks you. You no longer have the happiness that you should have. When Maya attacks and we become touch me not plant. That time we don't have happiness. The status is number wise. You all go to heaven. But there too they range from kings to paupers. There are poor people and wealthy people there too. It is like that in heaven and also in hell. There are highest and the lowest. Now you children know that you are making effort to claim immense happiness. Lakshmi and Narayan had immense happiness. The main aspect is purity. Unless you have purity, you cannot receive peace or prosperity. Very good behavior is needed for this. The behavior of people is reformed by their purity. When people are pure, they are called deities. You have come here to become deities. Deities are constantly happy. Human beings cannot remain happy all the time. It is the deities who have happiness. You used to worship those deities because they were pure. Everything depends on purity. It is in this that there are obstacles. People want there to be peace in the world. Baba says, without purity, there can never be peace. The first and main aspect is purity. Only by having purity is one's behavior reformed. By becoming impure, one's behavior is spoiled. You have to understand that if you want to become deities once again, purity is definitely needed. Definitely. You have to understand that, right? We all have to understand it. That if we want to become deities once again, purity is definitely needed. Deities are pure, and this is why impure beings bow down to them. The main thing is purity. People call out, "Oh, purifier, come and purify us." The Father says, lust is the greatest enemy. Conquer it. Only by conquering it will you become pure. When you were pure in Satapradhan, there was peace and happiness. You children have now remembered that this is matter of only yesterday. When you were pure, there was immense happiness and peace, and you had everything. You now have to become like Lakshmi and Narayan again. The first and main thing is this is to become completely wiseless. This is remembered. This is sacrificial fire of knowledge. There will definitely be obstacles in this. People cause so much trouble because of purity. The devilish community and the divine community are remembered. It is in your intellect that in the golden age there were deities. Although their faces are of human beings, they are called deities. They are completely Satapradhan. There are no defects there. Everything is perfect there. The Father is perfect, and so He also makes you children perfect. They become so pure and beautiful with the power of yoga. The traveler who come and make you beautiful from ugly is ever beautiful. This natural beauty there is no need to make anyone beautiful. Those who are Satopradhan beautiful then become ugly when they become Tamopradhan. The very name is Sham Sundar, right? Sham means Tamopradhan, Sundar means Satopradhan, ugly and beautiful. That's why Krishna is called Satopradhan, Sham Sundar, because his soul was once Satopradhan, and then in last birth he is Tamopradhan Brahma, and again became Satopradhan. He is going to become Sri Krishna. So why Shri Krishna called Syam Sundar? That no one except the Father can tell you the meaning of this. No human being can tell you the things that God the Father tells you. In the pictures, they have shown the deities discuss of self-realization. The father explains, sweetest children, the deities have no need for discuss of self-realization. What would they do with conch shell, etc.? You Brahmin children are the spinner of discuss of self-realization. You are the ones who have to blow the conch shell. The deity is not needed no, to spin the discus of self-realization, Swadarshan Chakra. We only needed Brahmin children. And conch shell, they did not need to blow shank that is used in puja worship. You know how peace is now being established in the world. Together with that, your activity also has to be good. On the path of devotion too, you used to go in front of idols of the deities and speak about your own behavior. We used to go no and confess our guilt and everything. However, the deities do not reform your behavior because how they will reform? We are remembering ourselves. The one who reform it is someone else. And who is that? Shiv Papa. That Shiv Papa is incorporeal. You would not say to him, you are full of all virtues. No, he is ocean of virtues, not full. Full is we. We become full. The praise of Shiv is separate. People sing praises of deities, but how can we become like them? It is souls who become pure and impure. And you souls are now becoming pure. And when your souls become perfect, those impure bodies will not remain. You will then go and take pure bodies. There cannot be pure bodies here. There can be only pure bodies when even the elements are Satopradhan. In the new world, everything is Satopradhan. At this time, five elements are Tamopradhan, and this is why there continues to be so many calamities, right? At the right time, Baba is telling about that. That this time five elements are Tamopradhan, and this is why there continues to be so many calamities. Look how people continue to die. People go on pilgrimage to see, and if accident take place, they die. The water earth cause so much damage. All of these elements are helping you when there are sudden flood and storm during destruction. Those are natural calamities. The bombs that people manufacture are also fixed in the drama. They cannot be called godly calamities. They are created by human beings. Earthquakes are not caused by human beings. All of those calamities come together to create lightness for the earth. You know how Baba make you completely light and takes you with him to the new world. When your heads become light, you become very alert. Baba makes you completely light. All of your sorrow is removed. All of you now have very heavy heads. And then all of you will become light, peaceful, and happy. Whatever religion anyone belongs to, everyone should be happy that Baba has come to grant everyone salvation, whatever religion they belong to. When establishment is accomplished, all the religions will be destroyed. Previously, your intellect did not have these thoughts. You now have the understanding. Just remember that establishment took place through Brahma and that all of the innumerable religions were destroyed. Only the one Father carries out this task. No one other than Shiv Baba can do it. No one can have such an alaukic birth or alaukic task. The Father is the highest on high, and so his task is also very high. He is Karan Karavan the one who act and inspire that to act. You relate the knowledge that Father has come to remove this world burden created by sinful souls. So much burden created. It is remembered that Father come to establish one religion to destroy innumerable religions. You are now being made into such a great souls. No one else apart from the deities can be great souls. No one can be great souls, right? Here they call many people Mahatmas grateful, however, only elevated souls are called Mahatma. Heaven is called Kingdom of Ram, and there is no kingdom of Ravan there, and so question of vices cannot arise. This is why that is called completely viceless world. The more full you become, the more happiness you will receive for a long time. Those who are imperfect cannot receive as much happiness. In school too, some are perfect and some are imperfect. Difference is visible, right? In school also. A doctor means doctor, but some having very small income, whereas other having big income. In the same way, deities are deities, but there's so much difference in the status. The Father come and teaches you this elevated study. Sri Krishna is called Shyam Sundar. They even know show us an ugly Sri Krishna, but Sri Krishna cannot be ugly. His name and form change. When the soul becomes ugly, he has different name and form, place and time. Everything is explained to you, and so you now understand how you entered your parts from the beginning. We can understand, right? How soul became ugly from copper age, how the vices would have come. Obviously, at once we would not have become full of all vices, one by one, one by one. First, body consciousness, right? So, everything is explained to you. So, you now understand how you entered your parts from the beginning. At first, you were deities, and then from deities, you became devils. But that change was slow. But as soon as we became body conscious, the nature changes drastically. Complete copper. Father has also explained to you the significance of 84 birth that no one else knows about. The Father himself comes and explains all the secrets to you. The Father says, my beloved children, you used to reside with me in the home. You were brothers. All were souls. There were no bodies. There was Father and you brothers. There was no other relationship. The Father does not take rebirth. He remains in reserve according to the drama. Such is his part. The Father has also told you for how long you have been calling out. It isn't that you began calling out to him from the beginning of the Copper Age. No, you began to call out to him a long time after that. The Father makes you happy. That is, the Father gives you the inheritance of happiness. You say, Baba, we have come to you every cycle many times. This cycle continues to turn. Baba, we meet you every 5,000 years and we receive this inheritance. All of you students are bodily beings, whereas the one who is teaching you is bodiless. This body does not belong to him. He himself is bodiless. He comes here and adopts a body. How could he teach you children without a body? He is the father of all spirits. On the path of devotion, everyone calls out to him and then truly rotate a rosary of Rudra. At the top is the flower. No, we have uh, the mala, no, that rosary, where there will be a knot of thread kind of flower at the top. That is called tassel or flower, and that shows Shiv Baba. And all other are we Brahmin children. So then there is a dual bit. They both are similar. You now understand why people salute flower first, and then also those whose rosary you rotate. You know? So we do people rotate rosary of deities or you? Baba is asking the rosary are deities or you? So he is clearing it is not deities, it is you. It cannot be said of deities because Brahmins are the top knot, very top. It is of Brahmins. I'll check and tell, okay? So it is of the Brahmins in front of whom the Father sits and teaches. From Brahmins, then you become deities. You are now studying and you will attain that deity status when you go there. The rosary is of you Brahmins. It is of you who study with the Father, who make effort and become deities. The greatness is of the one who teaches you. The Father has served you children so much. There no one even remembers the Father. On the path of devotion, you used to rotate a rosary. That flower has now come and is making you into flower. That is He. He is making you into the beads of His rosary. You are becoming beautiful. You now receive the knowledge of souls. You have the knowledge of beginning, middle, and end of whole world in your intellect. There is a praise of only you. You Brahmins sit here and make others into Brahmins like yourself, and you then make them into deities. Residents of heaven. Deities reside in heaven. When you become deities, you won't have the knowledge of past, present, future there. You Brahmin children now receive the knowledge of the past, present, and future. No one else receives this knowledge. You are very, very fortunate. We are very, very fortunate. But Maya then makes you forget. Worldly relation, worldly things, we forget. That you only receive this knowledge. No one else receives this knowledge of past, present, future. We Brahmin children, this Baba is not teaching you. This Baba is not teaching. Brahma is not teaching. He too is a human being and studying. So when he was there means he was also studying, right? This one was the last one. The number one impure one then become number one pure. He becomes so happy. Your aim and objective is in front of you. The Father is making you so elevated. May you have a long life. May you have a son. This too, yeah. So Father is making us so elevated, but He doesn't give blessing like this. Like may you have a long life, may you have a son. This too is fixed in drama. The Father says, if I were to give these blessings, I would have continued to give them to everyone. But what He does, He gives the study, and with study we receive all the blessing. So He's telling, I come here to teach you children, and all the blessing you receive are from study. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and orphan children, love remembrance, good morning from Mother, Father, and Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. From we spiritual children, love remembrance and good morning to Mother, Father, and Bap Dada. Namaste, Baba, Namaste. Shukriya, Baba, Shukriya. Essence for dharana. First, just as the Father is perfect, you have to make yourself perfect in the same way. Imbibe purity and reform your behavior. Imbibe purity and reform your behavior. Experience true peace and happiness while keeping this knowledge of beginning, middle, and end of the world in your intellect. Do the service of making people into Brahmin and then into deities. Never forget your elevated fortune. Blessing. May you be true server and serve with your form of dharana and thereby receive the fruit of instant happiness. When we imbibe anything, any lesson that Baba is telling, for example, Baba is telling, uh, you should not do anger, you should be peaceful and very sweet. And if we become like that, that is dharana, then we serve other with that virtue. Then we receive the fruit of instant happiness and we become true server. It is very good to have enthusiasm to do service, but if you do not get a chance to serve because of the circumstance, you do not let your stage fall or allow upheaval to enter you. If you do not receive a chance to relate this knowledge, you can still influence others with your form of dharana. You will then accumulate marks in service. The children who are embodiment of dharana are true service. They experience the fruit of instant happiness in return for their service and from everyone's blessing. The slogan is have a true heart and please the bestower, the creator and the bestower of blessing, and you will stay in spiritual pleasure. Have a true heart and please. When we have a true heart, the bestower, creator, and bestower of blessing is pleased. Then what will we have? Spiritual pleasure, happiness always. Thank you, Baba. Thank you. Shukriya, Baba. Shukriya. Om